Okay, I'm just gonna test if we are live or not. This video I came up on, or that is, my wife showed me a little bit of this video before, and it's a topic that interests me. So I'm gonna watch it now for the first time, like fully. I just watched like a minute or so, so we'll see what happens. I would recommend that you also watch Miss Kiana Docherty's here. If I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but you can watch her content. She has a lot of different types of videos that she gives her opinion on. Great work that she does, and I think that even if you don't agree with her, it's still great to watch something like this because it's gives you a different perspective, and we all need a little pushback on our ideas to either make them stronger or maybe to change our ideas and become better, like improve our character. That's at least my opinion. But enough of that. I'll get to the video in just a second. I'm just gonna see here if everything is working well. So I'm just gonna try it on my phone, and yeah, it's it's all going fine. Okay, so apologies for this long intro. Let's see what the video is about. And again, go to Miss Kiana's channel and subscribe and watch some of her videos. You'll get the feel of how they are, and you'll see here as well. So why am I wasting your time? Let's go.
A man known for many things, but I only knew him for one: having an insanely healthy diet. He doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah, I've never tried it.
He's never eaten a strawberry.
Never had a strawberry.
Never.
He hates Frosted Flakes.
We believe.
Okay, so yeah, I'm here assuming we all know who Tom Brady is, but yeah, great athlete, famous football, American football, NFL. He's now not retired, but he's still famous. He's in a lot of different. He even shows up in movies, podcasts, and still very famous. He is kind of like Ronaldo, Cristiano, or Messi, what they are for soccer, for football. That's him for the NFL, and especially because uh, the the example I'm giving of Cristiano Ronaldo, because Ronaldo is a freak in a positive way, of course, when it comes to football, but also when it comes to the diet, what he eats, and how he takes care of himself. Tom Brady, supposedly the same thing, but we'll see here what has changed. And another thing that I just wanted to mention, he said as well that he doesn't eat or hasn't tried a strawberry. That for me is a bit weird because strawberries are healthy, and you just don't eat like a kilo of strawberries every day. That's not gonna be of benefit, but otherwise they are fruit. They have some vitamins like vitamin C, and they do have some sugar, sure, but there's fiber in fruit as well. So and it's different kind of sugar than the processed one. So the fruit is fine to eat. Of course, everything comes in moderation. But yeah, that's just a weird thing that he doesn't eat strawberries. Cornflakes and other like some processed food that has a lot of sugar. I see that, like, that's okay. That's better for him that he doesn't eat that. But yeah, strawberries just weird. Anyway,
That Frosted Flakes are actually is a food.
So you can imagine my shock when I came across the following headline: why does NFL legend Tom Brady now endorse fast food. This man has one of the most dialed in diets of all time.
I love to work out. I love to train. And I love to eat good. You know why I love to eat good? Because it makes me feel better.
All in the name of health and performance and longevity, and yet is now apparently hawking fast food.
Pizza?
Nutella all day.
Now, obviously, this is kind of a random video for me, but I actually found the whole thing fascinating considering that Tom Brady had actual beef with both Coca-Cola and Kellogg's just a few years ago.
The fact that they can sell that, to kids, that's poison for kids, but they keep doing it.
So either A, Tom Brady has
Sorry, just need to pause it again. And yeah, so here we clearly see he was at one point advocating a healthier lifestyle, or he was really against fast food, and there he mentions like Coke and whatnot. And that is great. Like fast food, ultra processed food, food that has so much sugar is bad for kids. Oh, yeah, but also for adults. So it's bad either way, for kids and for adults. So yeah, that's one thing that definitely is good to advocate for people to use more healthier options when it comes to food. And I mentioned Cristiano Ronaldo before. There's a video, famous one, a few years back when he was at a conference for journalists. It was a football thing, and they're all sitting there. There's a backdrop of some commercials behind them, but on the table there's Coke, because Coke is one of the sponsors of the league that he was in, and uh, that's for all the players. But what Ronaldo did is remove the bottle of Coke and place a bottle of water there instead. And he said just one word, which was aqua. And supposedly the stock of Coke then dropped significantly because of that move. So Ronaldo was, he, I'm sure, knew the scale of his decision, and how it could affect uh, people, and of course the giant that is Coke. So he did it anyway. He decided to do it because he really believes in that. He's really into uh, that type, or type that he's really into um, fitness, really into a healthy diet. He tries and to be at the top of his game for as long as he can, and that's one of the ways he does it. And he spends a lot of time, money, and effort in trying to do that, which I don't really see with Tom Brady. But let's find out more. By the way, very cute dog in the background there.
completely changed as a person. B, he's completely selling out. Or C, and this is where I'm leaning, maybe Tom Brady is crashing out. Let's get into it.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hut!" So I got this job.
I got your pizza. Hut!
Brady's back.
Why does NFL legend Tom Brady now endorse fast food? See his explanation. The former New England Patriot and Tampa Bay Buccaneer has softened his stance on junk food after once referring to Coca-Cola beverages as poison for kids, and also calling out Frosted Flakes as not real food.
That's just America, and that's what we've been conditioned to. So, we believe that Frosted Flakes is a food.
It is just so crazy to me how you can have such a strong stance. Like, I'm going to show you guys the full clip later on, but Tom Brady actually went toe-to-toe with Coca-Cola. That's pretty rare.
Like Ronaldo, there we go. That's what I've been saying. Okay. Yeah. The thing he said about Frosted Flakes, people think it's actually food. Right, yeah. So there's a lot of people who eat a whole bunch of junk food thinking, okay, I ate a meal. That's really not good for you because of all the things we said, like the sugar, the calories. They're basically empty calories, meaning you get full by eating a lot of it, and then you get hungry really quickly after that as well, because your body cannot use those calories efficiently. So that's the term junk food. Uh, a bunch of stuff like that, like cereal, is portrayed as healthy in some ways in commercials and whatnot. But then when you look at the actual ingredients and how much sugar is in that cereal, then you can be surprised. And there's sugar in all kinds of things like Greek yogurt as well, which is healthy, but it has some added sugar often. So yeah, we should read the labels and be informed of what it is we're eating. Okay, sorry to keep pausing like this.
In the celebrity world. So to now basically reverse it to the point that he is working with fast food brands is completely insane. Like, I know nothing about any athlete ever, okay? But somehow I knew that Tom Brady was healthy AF. He is literally known for his healthy lifestyle. He's turned it into a brand.
Skip some added sugar and avoid sugar whenever possible, and especially artificially sweet foods with added sugars. Dad, I'm talking to you. Our health is our wealth, and we should always keep it as our top priority.
So how the heck do you go from that to doing fast food commercials? Now, the 48-year-old has teamed up with such companies, swapping the Hut under center for Pizza Hut, as well as brands.
Interesting. Yeah, that is interesting. Like, I guess good marketing for them in that sense. But also, of course, it's a negative impact on the world as a whole in terms of their health or people's health. And people could argue, and they would be right, I guess, because he's someone who has a lot of money, a lot of capital, because of all the things that he's done and being famous and all that. So why then turn to something like this if you already have a lot of money? Like, people can only dream of having that kind of cash. So the reason is, I'm guessing, I can't know for sure, but I'm guessing it's just that people can always do with more money. You know, if you have like kids, you can say, I want to have enough so that they don't have to worry. And then when you reach that point, then you say, okay, maybe I want enough for my grandkids, and on it goes. You can always justify it. And it's not illegal, of course, let's be real. But yeah, we're just discussing, giving opinions on this.
Duncan and Ferrero. I cannot wait to see this. But yeah, before the commercials, let's watch the video of him explaining why he's doing this.
You're sort of an endorser of all things, I feel like, these days. I know, even just off the top of my head, I know you did the Pizza Hut ad recently, the Dunkin' Donuts ad.
Yeah, that was fun.
How do you decide which one of these things you're going to do? And look, you don't need the money. Why do you do them?
Well, I just, they're fun to be a part of. And when I see good scripts and good writing, and, you know, again, I'm on TV a lot too. So I like to engage with the fan base and understand that, you know, I've been very fortunate over the course of my life to, you know, have people make food for me all the time. And, you know, we've had nutritionists as part of our teams, and I've been very blessed to have that. And I know there's a lot of other people that are working really hard year round to provide for their family. And I have a lot of respect for those people and the way that, you know, they go about enjoying their life too.
Sorry, I'm just not buying the writing thing. I mean, I can see it if it's a movie or something like that, but just a commercial, nah, man. And plus, he's doing all kinds of commercials like that. It's not just one, and promoting all that stuff. So yeah, that's just not holding water for me.
So, you know, again, a lot of this is, you know, really fun, you know, being a part of the World Cup, being a part of these campaigns that are going to be broadcast in front of tens of millions of people. I just want to get out there and have a great time with people.
So what I took from that is,
when I see good scripts and good writing and
good scripts and good writing on a Pizza Hut commercial, I just...
Pizza Hut!
What are we? I don't I don't understand.
I like to
Exactly.
engage with the fan base, and I have a lot of respect for those people and the way that they go about enjoying their life too. So I just want to get out there and have a great time with people.
So he said a lot of words there. But what I took from this is that Tom Brady is endorsing fast food because he respects the way you live your life and because he really appreciates good writing. I think before we take a look at the commercials that he was just in, we need to take a quick step back. We need to take a little ride. We need to go on a journey to get a sense of what Tom Brady has been like up until this point.
I also just have to say this is good video making and like good storytelling, and you like just have to appreciate it because she asks good questions and then gives us like a step back, as she put it. So to give more details on the topic, I love that, and yeah, that's just really great on her. Obviously, I didn't make any such videos, and you need time to investigate all that, get all that information, and then put it on. So that's not easy, and it's a body of work that comes into it. So yeah, great job, good questions so far. I'm really enjoying the video.
Okay? And listen, if you're a Tom Brady fan, I'm not trying to come for your favorite, but the whole thing is truly wild. If I knew anything about sports, this is the part where I tell you about how sick of an athlete Tom Brady is. He's won the most Super Bowls of any player ever. He's won the most games as a quarterback ever. And he did it consistently for over 2 decades, winning his last Super Bowl at age 43. Which is old for an athlete, okay? But the most interesting thing about him to me, and the most relevant thing to the story, is that before becoming the GOAT, as they say, he really wasn't considered to be very good. They called him an average Joe, and he was literally picked last for the NFL. Yet somehow he transformed into the best football player of all time, which is pretty cool, right? I mean, the fact that he was older for a football player when he did all of that, I realize that anyone who actually watches football is probably screaming at the screen right now because these points are all so obvious. But yeah, I have no exposure to this guy. I learned this all just for this video. But I thought that was really neat. And from what I read, people said that this guy went from an everyman to Superman, leading to a very big question from everyone watching throughout his career. What's his secret? And the thing is, Tom Brady provided an answer to this question. And that answer was his super regimented wellness routine.
I was different when I was growing up, and my parents were doing the best I could do. But when I think about the things that I ate when I was little, I can understand why I was a late bloomer. Because it was, oh man, some of the stuff, it was terrible.
Tom.
It was terrible. Everything, yeah, I mean, it's not what I would do today, so.
Now, obviously, as a top athlete, you're probably going to eat for performance.
Yes. I was just going to say that there's examples of top athletes that eat junk, and there's ones that eat very, very regimented food, or have a very regimented schedule and diet plan and all that. Just 2 examples. You have Nikola Jokic, who's famous NBA basketball player in the Denver Nuggets. We don't have to go into detail on that, but when you look at him and you look at his body composition, you can see that he's improved the way he looks now as he looked like a few years ago, but still you can see he's not built like a tank like some other NBA players are. He is, you can also, see his childhood, him eating very heavy, caloric dense food with Coke and other junk food. And that's what he's used to, but he still performs great. The issue is if he continues on that path, his skill will be there, but his body won't, at some point, won't be able to follow. So his career then might get much shorter because of it. Then you have the tennis legend Novak Djokovic, who really watches out what he eats, how he rests, how he trains, everything. So he has a very long career at the very top. Now he isn't at the top of ATP, but he is old in tennis terms, and he's still competing at the top. So that just shows you how much of an impact food and rest and all that can have. You don't have to be an athlete to do that. You can just have a better life or prolong your life or have a good, better quality of life by eating the right food, resting, and doing all the other stuff that I mentioned usually. So yeah.
You have the best nutritionists, the best body people, the best mind people, all coaching you on to greatness. But Tom Brady was famous for taking it like 10 steps further than that. Tom Brady actually created his own diet philosophy. Like, he made up a diet all by himself and then branded it. The regimen I follow is a mix of Eastern and Western philosophies. Some of these principles have been around for thousands of years. My nutritional regimen may seem restrictive to some people, but to me, it feels unnatural to eat any other way.
Interesting and good branding, I guess, and can earn a significant capital from that. So yeah, good for him and good marketing, and it's good to try and get people to eat healthy. So yeah, so that's a win, a W.
So Tom actually invented and created a brand around his lifestyle, which he called the TB12 method. There are 2 books about it, and you can buy from him supplements, protein bars, electrolytes. There was a cookbook at one point. I saw some people even call Tom Brady the male Gwyneth Paltrow, aka he was building a controversial wellness empire like Goop. Plus, he was married to Victoria's Secret supermodel Gisele Bündchen, who is literally one of the highest paid models in the entire world. And for a while there, they were like the ultimate wellness couple, which peaked for the public in 2016 when Tom and Gisele's chef gave an interview about what this couple ate in a day to stay so beautifully fit. Both being people that needed their bodies in peak physical condition in order to do their jobs.
Now, their private chef, Alan Campbell, revealing to Boston.com their powerhouse diet.
So when the world learned the details of what they ate together as a couple, people were very, very interested.
Tom and Gisele.
Yeah, I can imagine that being the case. Like, people see how other people look like, they want to look like them, then they want to see what the secret is. Yeah, that's how it goes. And again, great that we're learning this. She really did a thorough investigation into this, so I'm all on board. Good job.
Are known for having some of the hottest bodies on the planet, but it sounds like their diet isn't that exciting.
This list of foods Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen don't eat is making me very hungry. Okay, here it is. According to their chef, the couple's diet consisted of the following. 80% of what they eat is vegetables. I buy the freshest vegetables. If it's not organic, I don't use it. And whole grains. Brown rice, quinoa, millet, beans. The other 20% is lean meats. Grass-fed organic steak, duck every now and then, and chicken. As for fish, I mostly cook wild salmon.
By this, if this is all true, it looks like a good diet in general. Like, you want a lot of vegetables in your diet because they have a lot of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and very little calories. So it's easy to lose weight when you're eating a lot of vegetables, and maybe even to maintain your weight depending on how heavy you are. You also get a lot of a lot of nutrients you get from like quinoa and beans. Sure, they are millet as well. Yeah, brown rice, so, but quinoa, for example, is great for getting your minerals, some vitamins, but also protein. Usually with a lot of vegetables, you don't have a lot of protein, but here with quinoa, you do get a significant amount of protein, so it's good for that reason. it's not so many carbs. Like for example, rice, more carbs than anything else. Then for lean meats, that's great. Um, Steak, duck, all chicken, all lean, a lot of protein, not a lot of fat, and salmon as well gives you those omega-3s that are necessary. I would say though that getting animal fat is important. You don't want too much of it, obviously, but you want some amounts because it helps you with regulating your hormones, for example. So that's one thing that we all need and um, want, obviously. So yeah, getting a bit more fat in there would be good.
Salmon. But what really interested people was not what this couple did eat, but what they didn't. According to their chef, the couple does not and will not consume the following: no white sugar, no white flour, no MSG. I'll use raw olive oil, but I never cook with olive oil. I only cook with coconut oil. Fats like canola oil turn into trans fats, so none of those either. I use Himalayan pink salt as the sodium. I never use iodized salt. Tom doesn't eat nightshades because they're not anti-inflammatory, so no tomatoes, peppers, mushrooms, or eggplants. Tomatoes trickle in every now and then, but just maybe once a month. I'm very cautious about tomatoes. They cause inflammation. Oh, and also no coffee, no caffeine, no fungus, no dairy. The kids eat fruit. Tom, not so much. He will eat bananas in a smoothie, but otherwise he prefers not to eat fruits. The chef goes further, describing some of Tom and Giselle's favorite comfort foods, and he quite literally describes the following as their favorite cheat meal. It's a quinoa dish with wilted greens and garlic toasted in coconut oil, and this cashew sauce with lime curry, lemongrass, and a little bit of ginger. I mean, that sounds really good to me, but what part of that exactly was the cheat meal? I'm guessing the
Yeah, that's a great question.
cashews. I really
The corgi's moving. I just have to say, really mega plus on the corgi in the background. Love dogs in general, love animals, but yeah, it's a great addition to the video. Not saying that loving the video as well, but yeah, the corgi makes it even better.
I don't know. He also said that they love a dish called raw lasagna, which is just like regular lasagna, except not even similar. It's actually just 3 pieces of uncooked zucchini with some pesto and potentially cashew cheese on it. And at one point, I remember that Tom and Giselle were famous for their avocado ice cream.
Love avocados.
And a strawberry to garnish. No.
Which I don't know if you've made one of those before, but they are actually truly very good. But as the years went on, their chef claimed that the duo wanted to stop doing desserts entirely. Even Tom Brady's own father, also named Tom Brady, was quoted as saying, "Sometimes we'll go over to Tom and Giselle's house for dinner, and then I'll say afterward, where are we going for dinner?" In conclusion, Tom Brady is a very, very health conscious man. But not only is
Well, just another thing that I wanted to mention here, when there's this much focus on food, it can have a negative effect. Even though you're eating healthy, you could be um, thinking too much about it, too focused on it, stressing if you're overthinking it, if you're saying like, oh, I ate this much, I shouldn't eat this, I should eat that, and then that stress then is the thing that you don't want. For Tom and his wife, obviously, they have a lot of money, so they can pay this chef to do that thinking and cooking for them. So that's out of the equation, and they just then get what they want. Uh, but for us usual folks, uh, regular folks, it's it can be stressful. So yeah, it's okay to have a cheat meal. It's okay to eat something that's not so healthy in short term, like just once in a while. But doing it every day is not good. Or having like something that's not so healthy every day, but just a little bit is again okay. Uh, it's not just that you have to watch your calories and everything else.
Is he a healthy man? But he has made that into a huge part of his identity as a football player and actually turned it into a brand, which then makes the last 3 commercials he starred in just a little bit confusing. So first we have the Dunkin' Donuts commercial. We got J-Lo, Jack Harlow, Ben Affleck, and Tom Brady. So Tom Brady's doing a little keyboard thing while Ben Affleck does that. He does a fist pump. That's the commercial. And honestly, I didn't think it was that bad. He wasn't even shown with the product. He's with tons of other celebrities. It played during the Super Bowl. This one I kind of feel like, get your bag. I don't know. He wasn't even technically promoting anything unhealthy in the video. I'm sure there are tons of people who just go to Dunkin' and get a coffee and that's it. Sure, they sell insane 1,000 calorie super sugary coffees, but that's not his fault. So for me, I think that one was fine. I think it was not a big deal. Some people might think it's hypocritical, but I kind of think it's just the world we live in. To me, I think it's naive to think that a celebrity shouldn't or wouldn't take a sponsorship like this. But next is the Ferrero ad though. And when you hear Ferrero, you probably think of Ferrero Rocher. But Ferrero is actually one of the biggest food companies in the entire world, largely thanks to Nutella being an absolute juggernaut of a product for them. But yeah, to me, there's like 5 levels of selling out in this commercial.
Match day. Let's go. Kinder chocolate bars. What a lineup.
Tom's stealing our treats again.
Nutella all day.
Yeah, and that's also nice input. I had no idea about Ferrero being such a big company, and obviously we all know Nutella, but yeah, didn't realize they were that big. Which means they can offer a big nice deal for advertisement. So yeah, one thing to have in mind. And obviously it's not a healthy food. As I said, it's okay. It should be okay to, if you really like it, you could, like, in theory, eat 1 or 2 of those Ferrero in a day. As long as you're watching and having a healthy diet in general, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. But of course, you should always monitor your stats and everything so that you know you're healthy. And then having a cheat, not meal but snack or something is not gonna do harm.
It's crunch time. Yes! How did I miss the Butterfinger? Go all in. Buy any 2 Ferrero brands for your chance to win $1 million.
First one being the soccer thing. How do my Americans feel about that? I don't know. So the premise of this commercial is that Tom Brady routinely steals people's treats. That's the first part.
Tom's stealing our treats again.
And then apparently eats 4 chocolates back to back before telling you to go and buy 2 chocolates.
How did I miss the Butterfinger?
Yeah, that's a lot. That definitely. In the video, he ate too much sugar, but no 2 ways about it.
Go all in. Buy any 2 Ferrero brands for your chance to win $1 million.
Is this the good writing that he was talking about? Because what the hell was going on in that commercial?
Yeah, that's true. There's really nothing that you could say is like, wow, this is amazing. That's super funny, brilliant writing. Nothing creative there. So yeah, I also should mention, I guess I work in advertisement, but I can't say that I see creativity being displayed there in terms of writing.
Tom's stealing our treats again.
I just feel like this whole thing is a really weird thing to lend your image to, being that he literally said people have been brainwashed by food companies to eat cornflakes,
accusing certain large food and beverage companies of false advertising.
All those companies make lots of money selling those things. They have lots of money to advertise. You know, when you go to the Super Bowl, it's You know, that's who are the sponsors. That's the education that we get. That's what we get brainwashed to believe, that all these things are just normal food groups and this is what you should eat.
How is this not the exact same? Plus the line, Nutella all day.
Nutella all day.
That's a new low. That's got to be a low moment for him.
When I see good scripts and good writing,
Nutella all day.
Tom's stealing our treats again.
Now, obviously, it's not a big deal if someone were to eat a chocolate bar while watching the World Cup, right? But the thing is, at the same time, I'm assuming the main audience for that commercial was kids. So when we go look at his quotes in a moment, it is a direct contradiction. Now, finally, the Pizza Hut commercial when Tom Brady acts as a Pizza Hut delivery man.
Yeah. The fact that the kids are targeted here for the commercial probably, and that definitely some kids are gonna watch it, is the biggest issue that I have as well. And yeah, the Nutella all day is just crazy. I mean, even for someone who doesn't pay attention to nutrition and stuff, they would say or know that it would be insane to have Nutella that much. And he, for example, is someone who's active, so he burns a lot of calories. Then you could say he can eat a bit more than the average person, but still, that is the amount of sugar and sweets that he ate in that commercial is too much for anybody, more or less. And so, yeah, not a good image for him, especially because he was saying all that before. If he didn't say those things before, that he's like pro healthy food meals and all that, having all kinds of fame behind that, he built his character on that basically, and now he's doing 180, going from healthy foods to these junk foods. That's a big problem. If like that, at least I'm having. Like if he was just silent in terms of healthy food, and now he would be just doing this, I wouldn't have that much of a problem with it. I'd still have some issues. Like I don't think athletes should advertise things like this that are unhealthy, but it would be less of an issue. Plus, he's a big name. Plus, all of that. Okay. Sorry for pausing so much.
You know what I miss most about playing? Yelling, "Hut!" So I got this job. I got your pizza. Hut! Brady's back. Pizza Hut!
The goat?
Pizza Hut! Mom! Roughing the passer.
Shake it off, Gramps.
Again, is it that big of a deal if someone's ordering a pizza on a special occasion like the Super Bowl? No, of course not. But there's been...
And there was funny moments like him saying, like that. Yeah, that's okay. I enjoy that.
Been some controversy over all these sponsorships, and I feel like this Reddit post points out why well. Motherfucker doesn't even eat tomatoes. Why is he hawking pizza? Of all the ingredients on a pizza, the one that would be almost universally agreed upon to be the healthiest, the tomato sauce, could not be eaten by Tom Brady in accordance with his own view of health. Shilling fast food pizza to you. That's the problem that people are angry about. But the thing we have to say here is bro is retired now. The man might actually eat some nightshades these days. He's also divorced and his ex-wife just got remarried. I know this because I saw the video of him in the club with Alex Earl. First comment, he's such a divorced dad, LOL. Second comment, midlife crisis. Adding to this potential theory, I recently also saw the thirst traps that he posted to Instagram. Okay, major move from the couch back to bed. This is what Sunday is all about. Tongue out face, tongue out face, tongue out face. So this is what you do on a Sunday. Because for the last 25 years of his entire life, he's been pretty busy on Sundays. I'm just saying, logically, he's probably going through it a bit retiring. It has got to be tough. My neighbor just retired, and he obviously wasn't a professional football player, but I see him moving around his backyard like his life depends on it. I see that look.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Like when people retire, whatever the job is that they had before, uh, they feel weird at first, and for some people it's good weird. For some people it's bad weird. But there's something missing. You've been doing something for such a long time, and now all of a sudden you're not doing it. So yeah, that's